Today, for our very first episode in our quest to fly every single Asian flag carrier, we will experience what China's flag carriers like. Air China has quite the negative reputation indeed, with them being well known for the outdated cabins and underwhelming onboard service. But is it really true? Let me take you along on a journey on board the Airbus A330 on a 3-hour journey from Shenzhen to Beijing. Glad that you are joining me today, so let me transport you back to Shenzhen Pawan International Airport, where this flight begins. Welcome to Short Transit. We are a small group of passionate travelers based in Singapore. From our tiny red dot, we aim to bring you along on journeys around the world, mainly focusing on Asian travel. Stay tuned for more independent and informative trip reviews like this one. We just started our quest to fly on every Asian flag carrier, so if you really like our videos and would like to help us grow, do give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And do visit our Patreon in the link below if you would like to contribute financially for some perks. Thank you! Well, a very good afternoon from Shenzhen. I've just arrived on a commuter train from Guangzhou. The airport is also served by a train service on Metro Line 11, making it pretty convenient to get to the airport without the need of an expensive taxi fare. The airport has 3 terminals, and I'm here at Terminal 3 to check in for my Air China flight CA1304 to Beijing. Today, we are flying on one of Air China's 6 special Capital Express routes, which are Air China's signature domestic routes that have special perks, much like US transcontinental routes. What's special about this service is that flights are very frequent, up to 18 times a day, and mainly focusing on wide bodies like the Airbus A330 or the Boeing 777. You'll get dedicated check-in desks to check in for your flight, special gate allocations such that walking distance is minimal, and even special baggage carousels at your destination. Some fares even allow for free standbys if you reach the airport early to catch an earlier flight. After a very quick check-in and security screening process, we are now at the airside. I must say, I am stunned by how futuristic this airport terminal looks. Of course, the usual duty-free shopping and restaurants are available on our way to the gate. Here at Gate 15 is our ride to Beijing today. This 10-year-old Air China Airbus A330-200 with the registration B5933. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. This flight wasn't supposed to be on this Airbus A330-200, but on one of Air China's rare Boeing 747-400. But they cancelled their flight just the week before and shifted me to this flight 1 hour later, which was also supposed to be on another 747. Disappointingly, they also decided to swap out that aircraft and it eventually got replaced with this Airbus A330. Apparently, aircraft swaps and flight cancellations are very common on Air China domestic flights, so do be aware if you intend to fly on a specific aircraft type. But don't worry, I did manage to fly on one eventually, so do stay tuned for it in a future video. It's something you really don't want to miss. Now, let's board our Airbus A330, shall we? Stepping on board, I passed through the economy class cabin, which is a standard 242 configuration. I settled into my seat at 51A, a window seat on the left side of the aircraft. We pushed back under the evening sky and ready to head for Beijing.
Please slip it on over your head, buckle up, and fasten the straps.
Now that we are in the air, let's talk about this route we are flying today. With Shenzhen being a big manufacturing and tech hub, demand for flights to Beijing is immense, with up to 52 daily flights in each direction every day served by 7 airlines. A lot of it with wide-body aircraft such as the Boeing 777 and Airbus A330s. Despite having no low-cost airlines on this route, fares on this route are surprisingly not that expensive, with fares on Air China starting from $123 when booked just a week in advance. Fares do go even lower on Hainan Airlines, which offered the same flights for $112. This represents pretty excellent value, as everything is included in your ticket for all airlines, such as food and checked baggage. Let's have a closer look on this economy seat we have here. The seat offers a 32-inch pitch and 18-inch seat width, which is not too bad for a short 3-hour journey. The legroom is quite decent, but there is quite a noticeable protrusion from the IFE equipment. We also have an adjustable tray table, a USB charging port, and earphone jacks. Let's take a look at Air China's in-flight entertainment system. Although it is not very responsive and slightly dated, there's a decent selection of movies to last you during the flight. It can be controlled with a remote that is fixed onto the armrest. An in-flight map is available as well. Start off dinner service with drinks served in these little paper cups.
咱们有菌菇肉丝和土豆牛肉，然后土豆牛肉的话可能得等一下，然后也不一定就说一定会有。那这个菌菇肉的，菌菇肉丝啊。如果有牛肉的啊，可以再给我啊。一会儿看吧，因为确实挺紧缺的。好，谢谢。你先吃着。
For our main dish, I could choose between beef and potato rice or pork with rice, but they ran out of the beef option once they have reached my row. Our meal was served in this box with a cute little design on top. Opening up the box reveals our main course, Chinese-style pork, vegetables and mushroom sauce served with rice. This was accompanied by a red bean jelly, a cup of yogurt and pickled carrots. Certainly a very peculiar but appetizing meal setup. Our main dish somehow invokes a home-cooked meal feel. The savoury thick sauce and pork slices paired well with the rice. And oh boy, it was satisfying. So satisfying to the point I ate not one, not two, but 3 whole portions of it. Kudos to the crew for tolerating my insatiable appetite for this seemingly basic dish. With the calories loaded, I spent the rest of the flight with a couple of movies, with the in-flight entertainment map on the other display. Time flew, and we started descending into our dark Beijing Capital International Airport. Let's enjoy this landing into Beijing Airport. Welcome to Beijing. To sum up this flight, I was actually surprised by how Air China managed to deliver a decent and memorable in-flight service. The cabin crews on my flight were very friendly and extended great service to their passengers. The food on board was quite decent as well, with great tasting dishes and adequate portions, although it may not suit all tastes as it lacks a Western option. However, the hard product has definitely seen better days. With its sporting 2010 style seats with dated seat covers and IFE systems, communicating with the crew could also be a problem, as they are not too familiar with English. They are surprisingly not as bad as some say it is, as I left this flight quite satisfied with Air China. So that's all for today guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you would like us to review your national airline next, leave us a comment down in the comment section below. In the meantime, do watch this video of Asiana's retired Boeing 747, and I'll catch you next time. If you would like first-hand insights into exclusive short transit content, or even have a say in what you want to see us review on this channel, do consider subscribing to our Patreon. With 3 tiers, you can personalize and choose how far your contribution goes. Support no matter what tier always matters to us, and thank you for supporting in what we do as we show you more of Asian travel.